this is Melissa. I am sharing with you a journal that I made using a lot of leftover stuff from the Alice in Wonderland party I threw for my daughters last year. The tie that you see my daughter tying is from the Mad Hatter's scarf. And then the front cover here is just a slab of paper mache junk mail. I paper mached it while I was paper macheing a giant mushroom that I made. The mushroom was tall enough that my 6'4" husband could stand underneath it. I ended up throwing that away after the party because that's a little bit big to keep. And I collected lots of books for the party. I was thinking about making a banner or something using book pages. I did not. So you're seeing some of the stuff, the book artwork that I collected for the party as well. And here's the inside cover. And the first page is the invitation to the party. It says, by royal decree, all recipients of this written invitation are cordially invited to Karis and Kira's unbirthday party on Saturday, August 15th. The Queen of Hearts promises games, food, piñatas, a photo booth with props and costumes available. No presents except your presence expected. Dress in tea party attire, nice dress, skirt, pants, and follow the rabbit hole to our house. Or it is off with your head. On the left, you can see a little Alice collage. I grew up in Kansas, and so I wrote, we're not in Kansas anymore, which, while it is from The Wizard of Oz, is kind of a similar flavored idea. As my daughter pointed out, you can tell I forgot the N in Kansas. I also wrote, never forget the land of Oz. When I was growing up, excuse me while I adjust myself here a minute, the motto for Kansas was the land of Oz. They were playing on the popularity of the Wizard of Oz. I think they decided that was not such a great motto. And then on the left-hand side, you can see a word cloud for the lobster quadrille. I did these word clouds on a program called Tagxedo. It's on the internet and it is free, Tagxedo. And I printed them on my tea paper that I make. I love grungy tea paper. And I hung all these up around the house during the party. And then on the left, you can see a collage. This album has lots and lots of collages in it, and a lot of journaling. The collages, if you want to get a closer look at them, at the end of this video, there will be a beauty photo montage. I took beauty photos of my favorite stuff, and then added them to the end so you can get a better look at them. On the right, you can see a Kansas auto tag map that is supposed to be the recipient or the receiving place for all the leftover photos from the party. I made 2 photo books for the girls, and then I also had the girls send thank yous with pictures from the photo booths. And the extra photos are supposed to go in the auto tag map envelope, but I don't know where they're at. Hopefully I find them sometime soon. And then you have a photo or word cloud of the Cheshire Cat, we're all mad here, and a roots collage, which is on some of my rust paper. And if you look closely, I think this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because this isn't very good camera or still. His feet say marked tree. Apparently that is a town in, looks like that is a map of Missouri maybe. Anyhow, I thought that was kind of interesting. And that envelope has a bunch of postcards that we used to decorate for the party. And I don't know if you can see, the light's kind of bad, but the paper is oil marbleized. It's a book page that I oil marbleized. And then you'll see one of my mini collages. And there's a collage for the Jabberwocky, this Vorpal Blade and the Beamish Boy. And the right-hand collage uses a quote from Hamlet: to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. The collage on the left, Living with Lions, the light's kind of hard, started out with woven paper, and I had a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do with it. I lost the text Living with Lions for a while, which was really disappointing, and then I thought I'd add these geometric shapes, and I wasn't sure I liked that. And finally, when I added the masking tape, I got to where I actually really rather like this particular collage. Then there's my Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat word cloud. And this book works better laying flat, but the light, my daughter and I were having a hard time finding good light. And so we're doing it sitting up on her bed. Really like that particular collage. Really love this abstract collage. All the colors and the texture. I had lots of fun doing this one. Some journaling, and I like this Lewis poem. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Sorry, had to indulge myself a little bit. I happen to get a real kick out of this image. It's a Rudolph Valentino image. And I love, 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 love the expression she has on her face. I journaled on there, the heat of his passion made her glad the desert did not have flammables. Now, if only it were an Arctic desert. And a lion in the unicorn word cloud. Another word cloud and another collage. Another word cloud and another collage. Another word cloud. Oh, no, not a word cloud. Collage. And then this page. I didn't know what to do with it. And I said, we're frightened of empty spaces. Why? Have you ever noticed that we don't like empty spaces in our art, in our journals? So I thought I'd make this one look really empty. I put a poem on there that has something to do with space. It's called Broken. There is a hollow space where the filament burns and breaks. With a sizzle of tungsten, words disappear. And then in yellow, so you can hardly see it, so it looks like there's an empty space in the middle of the poem. I've broken light before. All I found was sharp bits of wire and edges of glass. I found cut fingers always seep in silence. I'll read that again without interrupting myself. There is a hollow space where the filament burns and breaks with a sizzle of tungsten. Words disappear. I've broken light before. All I found was sharp bits of wire and edges of glass. I found cut fingers always seep in silence. Word cloud collage. 2 collages. 2 word clouds. The Mad Hatter and another Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat. And then there's this collage. I really actually rather like it. Originally I wasn't sure about the background paper. It's credit card painting. The hearts are done with oil Marbleized paper, except that I used the back side of them. I had blotted it with paper towels, and I really kind of liked how that looked, so I used that side in this collage. Another collage, and then an abstract paper collage that's sewn. And then I liked the back with the tea paper and the sewing, so even though that's meant to be written on, I don't think I will. And then my robin sits on a nest of shredded paper. And then here's another poem. It's called An Escape. The silk flies out. Strands float across the path into the field beyond. The spider reaches and pulls, swinging through sunset light and spring breezes, is gone. And I did not journal on that collage. I thought it was so pretty by itself. And then on the left you see a drawing that my daughter made for the Alice in Wonderland party. I have an old Walmart, it's a flat-sided, basically a wooden utility cabinet out of pressboard that I painted black, and I painted black picture frames, and I put picture frames on the front to give it some dimension, and then the girls can, pardon me, excuse me, my throat's making funny noises. The girls can put pictures inside the picture frames, and this was one of the pictures that my daughter Cars drew for the party. 2 collages, another word cloud and a collage, another word cloud and another collage, another word cloud and another collage. And then here's a nice, actually Cars, go back.
Sorry.
I happen to just really super duper like this particular collage. The whole concept of the meat market mentality of high fashion, just sort of, yeah, that's it. And then I love this word cloud because it is the absolute, I'm going to tip the page here, grungiest tea paper. Don't you love that? And another collage. This one's got shredded paper and a doily. And the thing that looks kind of like a film thing is from a Viewmaster. And the bed does not make it easy to do this kind of book. And there will be more stuff that goes into this envelope eventually. And another collage and a bunch of my daughter's hair.
Sorry.
One more invitation. When I was growing up, my grandparents had a book that used these illustrations for Alice in Wonderland, and I always loved them. I think the book also had a story called, I think it was called Johnny Crow, and it had walking animals with illustrations and kind of nonsensical poems, and I always liked that as well. I think maybe it's the same illustrator. And there's the end. All over. Thank you for listening to my video. Have a great day. Goodbye.
It's been stratified beneath our onion skin.